Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Kent State Golden Flashes. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Hutchinson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Golden Flashes will be in a hole thanks to that short return. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a weapon.
They're going to ride this running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Golden Flashes in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Gubatowski. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun on third down. Fires to the right. It's complete. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Golden Flashes are rolling down the field.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
It's a draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He'll keep it himself. Got enough space. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Looking to throw, it's Gubatowski. Gets it out quickly. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one sails through the back of the end zone. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. So Florida State's offense will get the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Florida State. What a grab and go for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Hutchinson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Gulatowski. He's got the back in the middle.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part and the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
With the catch, it's Fisher. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The golden flashes, racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. A strike downfield. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pulls it in, it's Hutchinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll go to the ground. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Gulatowski. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous. Now, the defense did a good job getting him down there, but they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On the run, it's Lucas. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Woolard or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Line getting set on second down. Off the play fake. Turns it loose. He fires back across the field and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Quarterback on the keeper. Smashes through. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the golden flashes. Headed quickly to the line. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
To the air, it's Gulatowski. Got his man out of the backfield. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then going up top. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Quarterback empties his backfield. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, wants to throw it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Kent State. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Makes the quick grab. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
To the air, it's Glenn. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll go with a direct snap. Breaks the tackle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's McCoy. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. 6th play of the drive coming up. They'll give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
They'll try the run. Bulls his way forward. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've been running it, but now the pass. He looks that one in nicely. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Seminoles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Noles! And the extra point gives them the lead of 14-13. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Back to pass, it's Ulatowski. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Golden Flashes line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete. after the misfire now on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. He'll bring it back. It's Hutchinson. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down. And the Golden Flashes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
He's going to pass on second down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw it again. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They're bringing heat. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. On the move at the 30. And he breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Ulatowski. Takes the easy completion. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. He wants to throw here on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Got it in the middle, it's Fisher. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to move it through the air. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Throws for the tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And
is good.
good from 58 yards out. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead.
16.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Wants to throw. It's Glenn. This time on target. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. They'll try to run for it. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Yeah, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting it.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw on second down. Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Off the RPO, complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. He's only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. And the golden flashes want to crank the tempo. Going up top on 1st down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Ulatowski. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The golden flashes send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one.
Illegal block. Return team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot here. Reels it in down the left side. Oh, look out. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, no. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Hutchinson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the golden flashes will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets a block. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back. Lofts one deep down the right side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Glenn. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Noles decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Working his way on.
At the 40.
The 40-yard line before he stopped. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They'll throw it on first down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Golden Flashes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Handoff from the gun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown Seminoles. And the route is on. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Florida State, 42.
He'll bring it out. It's Hutchinson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Leaves it with the running back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Back to throw, it's Ulatowski. He's got his man. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Golden Flashes are on the move.
And first down for the offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Wants to fire on second down.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Golden Flashes will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First down here for the offense. Using his legs, it's Lucas. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll keep it on the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Back to throw, it's Ulatowski. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Pulls it in, it's Fisher. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. 2nd and 10 here. The aerial assault continues. They're setting up the screen. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He's looking to throw. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. That's caught. It's McCoy. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this. Wait.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
To the air on first down. A little screen to the running back. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Golden Flashes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the